Hello guys, and welcome. It is ThatSrb2DUDE here today, bringing you yet another Splatoon 2 video. Now, as of today, we finally got the patch notes for version 5.3. Let's get into it. There's not a lot of patches, but there's a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. Now, starting with the splatter shot, they have reduced the time to return to base accuracy after continuous shooting. What I've been told is that with most shooters within the game, if you are continuously shooting with a weapon for a certain period of time, when you begin to start shooting again after continuously shooting, your weapon most likely will be very inaccurate, and most of the shots probably will not go towards the middle. So basically what this patch is saying is that the time it takes for the splatter shot to return to its base accuracy after continuously shooting has been reduced. What this is doing is that your weapon's accuracy will be more consistent. The 52 gal has the exact same buff as the splatter shot. However, it does have an additional buff where the time it takes for the weapon to become more inaccurate has been increased. So basically, if you didn't know, the first few shots with the 52 gal are extremely accurate. So the shots coming after it will also be more accurate, which is very nice for the 52. The 52 gal overall is just now going to be way more consistent. Moving on to the Bamboozler, this weapon now has increased ink consumption by about 20%, which is a lot. I believe the Bamboozler currently right now has about 14 shots with no additional perks, but now I believe with the 20% it will only have 11 shots if you don't add any more ink saver main. Bear in mind, these are applying for the full charge shots, not like half charge, quarter charge, or stuff like that. Now, this does hurt the Bamboozler, but it kind of means that you have to be a lot more conservative with this weapon, to the point where every shot now matters. You can't go ahead and just spam it. Moving on to the Dualie Squelcher, they've increased the ink consumption of your dualie rolls from 5% to 8%, meaning every single time you go for a dualie roll, you'll be losing 8% of your ink tank, which means spamming rolls is going to be more hurtful for you if you are using a Dualie Squelcher. They have also nerfed it in another way. The size of the hit detection between the bullets and the player during normal shooting has been slightly reduced to make it harder to hit the opponent. This, however, does not affect when you're in a dualie roll and you're doing like the little turret mode thing when you after a dualie roll. So basically, if you're just walking around with the Dualie Squelchers, hitting things with the weapon is going to be slightly more difficult. So overall, the Dualie Squelchers are probably going to roll less and a little bit less consistent when it comes to actually hitting shots when just walking around. They've also made changes for the Splatbrella. They've reduced the damage done per shot from 18 damage to 16.2. Not only when you shoot with the Splatbrella, there are several little pellets that come out. Each one of those individual pellets actually do 18, but of course now they do 16.2. And because of that, if you hit all those pellets in one, instead of it doing 90 damage, it now does 81 damage. So the Brella basically is a lot less stronger, and I think that's a fair nerf. I think what this is going to do for the Brella is that the potential for one-shotting people with max damage is going to be less likely. And not gonna lie, I've noticed this a lot of the time, that the Brella can just get a one-shot on people in a lot of different situations. So I think it's a fair nerf. I don't know, maybe some Brella users will be a little bit upset by that. I still don't think you guys got too much to worry about, as I think the Brella will still be very strong. And lastly, we got some special changes. The only one is the Sorella Splatbrella. This is changed from 18 special points to 200 special points, which personally I think is very fair. And that is all the patch notes that we have for today, guys. The patch is actually going to be live on the 19th of August in Japan. So what this basically means is that America, you're probably going to get it on the 18th, and Europe, you'll all be asleep, but that will be coming in the 19th around like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., somewhere around that time. But it's a pretty interesting patch overall. They have nerfed the Bamboozler and the Dualie Squelcher, which is something a lot of people have been really asking for. I think it's definitely going to make it harder for the Bamboozler to be used overall. I still think it's going to be used, but just a little bit less spammy. With Dualie Squelcher as well, it's going to be a little less spammy on the rolls, but people are going to want to roll more just because the hit detection for just generally running with the Dualie Squelcher, it's going to be a lot harder to actually hit. So weirdly enough, it's going to make people want to roll more when they don't want to roll more, because they'll lose more ink consumption if they do roll more. So it's It's quite the dilemma for the Dualie Squelchers, not gonna lie. And as for the 52 gal and splatter shot, two very primary short-range weapons. I like the idea that they are making these two weapons more consistent, because not gonna lie, just using the splatter shot sometimes, I feel like I am shooting rubber, or I feel like my weapon is just so inaccurate sometimes when it shouldn't be. So hopefully this buff makes it more consistent just overall, because I'd love to just go ahead and just like pick splatter shot and have more trust that it's actually gonna hit his shots sometimes, you know? So, and a 52 gal, hell yeah, let's go, dude. Cancel 52 gal all the way. Love that weapon, and especially the regular one as well. So, you definitely will find me using probably those two more. But yeah, guys, that's all I'm going to say. There will be a patch comparison video. It'll probably be very short, but I feel like what I'll say in that video is what I think they should still change or add or stuff like that. Just a little synopsis of things I kind of want to see. I say this because they will be doing another weapon balance update in the future, so I figured that I'd say some things with some weapons that probably don't get a lot of use, or there are some issues with them, where it'll be very helpful where it had just a little buff, so it'll just perform just a little bit better and compete with like some of the more popular picks, you know. So, but anyway, guys, that's all I have to say for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed and were informed. Please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch, both in the description below. Do it for both if you're free and generous. Make sure to hit the bell notification button next to the subscription button to let you guys know whenever I upload a video. Also consider joining my public Discord, where you can go ahead and talk to myself and my Dude Society community. Also be notified for whenever I go live for a Twitch stream. With all that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you guys in a future one.